Advaita can be summed up in one line, which is consciousness is all there is. And I first heard that line from Ramesh Balsekar in one of his videos. But I think he was not the first one to say that, because I have read the same line in Nisargadatta Maharaj's book, I Am That, and also I have come across that line in David Godman's book, Be As You Are, where Ramana Maharishi says the same. So all in all, this teaching of Advaita, or non-duality as they call it in English, is pointing to only one consciousness, that is the absolute reality. And while I say that, I also say that when I'm describing that to you, it is only a concept. It is just a concept. I'm not claiming or trying to prove that this is the absolute reality. All I'm saying is that verify this from your personal experience and then come to the conclusion. And I think that is very important for all of us, to question everything and to investigate and to reflect on this, because even Buddha said that do not blindly believe anything that is written or any word that is spoken by anyone of authority. He would say that you have to verify things with your own personal experience, and that has to stand the test of time, because only time tells you, only time teaches you, and that is very important indeed. And then there was another aspect about the intellectual understanding and the understanding of the heart. Now, intellectually, it is very easy to understand that consciousness is all there is. And it makes perfect sense. And it also does bring a lot of peace, even intellectually. But again, there is a small opening which still needs to be covered. And that cannot be done by the ego, intellect, mind, by the individual, by the person. That is done by the source. And that is the melting of mind into the heart. Because when the heart awakens, there is pure joy, pure bliss, and pure waking up to that one impersonal consciousness that we are. But till that, one has to accept things the way they are, and sometimes that can be quite painful as well. It can be difficult, because when we operate in daily living, we experience many ups and downs in relationships and in other aspects of our life. So in that whole movement, we miss the basic, the fundamental thing, which is the being, which is the consciousness. But all the scriptures, all the teachings point us to that oneness. And they say that consciousness is all there is. Once it is totally understood and it becomes your being, then life becomes very different, in the sense that one too experiences pain and troubles of daily living, but one is never caught up in concepts and in the suffering that happens in horizontal time. So we become free of that suffering which happens in horizontal time, because we accept everything the way it is. We accept the world the way it is. We don't try to change the world. We don't try to change ourselves. We just unconditionally accept what is. And that, for me, is Advaita. That for me is the melting of the mind into the heart. And when that happens, all there is the heart, the consciousness, the being. We may use different names, but they are all the same. It's all one, it's all unicity, one divine movement that is playing the game of multiplicity and separation. An ending of that separation, ending of seeking, is coming back home to unconditional love and peace that is one's true nature.